welcome to Goof On, everybody. I am your host, Rich Giordano.
Broke me in, broke me down, shattered soul, hit the ground.
It is Thursday, July 24th, 2025. Not a great day. I don't know if you guys heard. Hulk Hogan passed away. It's really sad. Only about 45 minutes from where I live, Clearwater, Florida. He died of a cardiac arrest, I guess. 71. So, that's that. I got a lot of memories with watching wrestling and growing up watching Hulk Hogan fight Mr. T and Andre the Giant and Roddy Piper and all those guys. Yeah, it's sad.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Hey, Hulkster, what are you doing?
I came here from heaven, brother. This is unbelievable.
I'm doing a show.
Oh.
It hurts my throat. I can't do it. I can't. I didn't think it was going to hurt. But with all the yakking I do, it hurts. So he passed away, and I was just reading the article. I'm like, God dang it. That's weird, too. Like, about a few days ago, I think, I was thinking of people that I'm like, wow, I'm surprised they're still alive. Didn't we just talk about this yesterday? Where I said, yeah, we were talking about this on yesterday's show. It's like, you know, if you make it past 50 years old, we're not supposed to be here past, what, 40? If you take away medicine and go back to caveman days, they didn't live past 35, 40. Right? Well, sadly, it's because of disease. Even you could even get an abscessed tooth as a caveman and die. You know, you could stub your toe and you could die. You understand? You wake up from your rock in the middle of the night. You stub your toe on a bushel. Oh, you got yourself broken toe syndrome, whatever they call it. So, the only reason we're alive and extending this body, this ragged bag of bones, because of medicine and science. That's why, my peeps, after 50, 40 really, if you think about it, it's really around 40 when your looks go away. Some of us, it was 50. But, yep, it's hard to keep that suppleness when you've gotten your body 50 years on the planet with all the crap that they put in the food that they didn't used to. If you go back 50 years and look at film, look at people that go to Yankee games or people just walking around Central Park, they're all thin. Everybody was thin. And every time you see a fat bloke, you go, my God, mamma mia. And he was only 200. Not 5. Not a ton. Well, I don't know why I'm so tired. Eating is so tough. And for those of us who bust our ass at the gym every night, you know, we're the ones that get the stupid sickness every day. Meanwhile, you can stick ho-hos down your throat and walk around like nothing's wrong. I would love to have a ho-ho. Anyway, Hulk Hogan died. All right. So, I want to, you know that sun sphere? If you saw the thumbnail. Yeah, that sun sphere is back and it's sucking hard. Suck. You probably saw it. But I'll have to show you. It's not as good as the original sun sucker. Right? Not as good as the original sun sucker. That original Sun Sucker was some sucker, huh? That thing was so big. Well, this is like half the size, and it's harder to see, but you can see it. We'll talk about that too. I wonder what it is. I think I have an idea of what's really going on up there. No, I do. No joke. I think I figured it all out. I had an epiphany today. Yep, I did. I did that. Well, let's see who's here, and then we'll talk about all this magic that's going on in our solar system. What are you guys up to tonight? You in a good mood? Sorry we're going a little late tonight. Thunderstorm out in the distance had nothing to do with it. I just didn't feel good, and I wasn't going to do a show at all. Period. And then, I just ate for the first time today, and I've been up most of the day, except I slept half of it. Just not stomach pressure. Sucks. So I couldn't eat. Not until now. So to me, this is noon. High noon for me right now. All right, hold on. You ready? Can we do this?
Let's rock.
Sky Allen, welcome to this show. David Wilcox, not Wilcock, welcome to the show. It's almost 8 o'clock. Brian Yates, welcome to this show. The Yates of Hell. Oh, that's a good one. Anybody ever say that? I'm surprised I just thought of it. The Yates of Hell. That's not nice. You're not that guy. You're a nice guy. Cemetery Yates. We'll come up with one. You know, Cemetery Gates, Pantera. Welcome to the show. Myra Page Sunflower. How do you do? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Are we done? Everybody's here. We're starting late and nobody's... Yeah, it's going to be a slow night, I have a feeling. It's okay. We'll keep it quaint. Hey, by the way, I appreciate your patience with the vertical show yesterday. We are at 14,018. Yay! I knew it would work. I didn't think it would work that well. But I want to make a bet. Today is the 24th. I bet you by the end of the year we'll be under 14,000 again. Anybody want to bet? For a goof, let's bet. Yeah, I'm going to pick December... Let's go for it. December 24th. Exactly 5 months from today. All right. I'm not writing it down, so if we remember, we remember. Welcome to the show, Ms. DJ. DJ, how you been, Lady Bird? Good to see you. Ben, the Yorkshire Goophonian. The Yorkshire Goophonian celebrates 32 months of membership. Hey, Richie, still here. Just been busy and still listening. Don't change. Keep up the work, bruh. You know, I will. I will do that. There will be changes. Hopefully they're just internal, Ben. Hey, man, I appreciate you still listening and being a supporter. It's a long time. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Marcel, what do you say there, huh? All right. Welcome to the show. I wish. Willie. Juan Kenobi. How you doing? You all right? Welcome to the show. Nice to have you. All right. If I didn't say your name doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do, and we do. So let's get started. And here we go. Here we go. All right. Hey, Kelly Lewis. Junjay Anjay. Lunar Sparkles 1 says, just watched a few seconds of your Saving America. Oh, thank you. Well, you know, it is what it is. Thank you. Good to see everybody. Yeah, I wasn't going to do the show. That's why. So when I started, see the way it works, I'll just be sitting there like this, right? Maybe a tear, maybe a dried one. And I'll be like this. And then all of a sudden, oh, huh, oh, oh, I feel good. Eh. And that's how quick it happens. You want to know the opposite way? Same thing. And that's how fast it comes on. I was sitting there the other day, all of a sudden, last Sunday, and I started feeling like, oh no, what's going on? I feel like my hands are tingling. They're getting cold. I'm starting to sweat. I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. And I ate and everything. I'm like, oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh no. Ah, shit. And that was it. Nothing I could do. I'm dying. I'm dying. I call people. I'm dying. Now I call people. I'm going to kill myself. I tell everybody. It's the worst. I do. I'm dying. It's the worst. All right. So let's get to the show at hand here, because it is interesting what's going on. I'll just get right into the sun. Wait, should we? Hold on. And then we'll get to the sun. I want to show you this. This I meant to show yesterday, and I don't think I did. I showed it. Can't show it again. I'm glad I checked. Okay. I still have the best Bigfoot sightings to go over. Okay. So I wanted to start the show off with something that I enjoy. I really like ghost videos. And there's a difference between the legitimate ones and the ones that are fake, of course. How do you know? Well, in a way you do, just because of how much is going on, but in a way you don't know. However, I would say the ones that most of them that I see across seas. Now, I shouldn't say that. I think it's Japan or China, one of those two. And they have so much stuff going on. And there's another guy in Iran, I believe. And they say they swear in their language, because that's what they do to the demons. They swear at them. And go F your mother, go to hell, F you, and they're swearing at the demon because that's what they were taught in their tradition is what you do. I feel the same way, be honest with you. Hey, F you, you mother. I mean, I've done it. And I don't know if it worked, but they do it. But they're getting doors closed on their heads. Seeing shadow figures like peeking around the corner, and they're only 3 feet away, and then they get there and it's gone. Like, I understand they can edit that stuff, but some of this stuff, I don't know how they're doing it. I really don't. And then in other ones, they're in a dusty, like really dusty. And if they were using fishing line, any kind of cord, you would see it. Even the dust would have picked up on it. The dust would have moved. You see these cabinets, these huge cabinets. They got at least 200 pounds come crashing down. I don't know. I know it can be done. And then when they come crashing down, the guy crawls around and, I mean, you can tell nobody got in there. But however, it is dilapidated. And I'm pretty sure that they made, if they did, they made little escape routes. Like, when I push this over, I'm going to go out there. That is going to be the wall. But we're going to take the nails out so it's like a doggy door. I'm thinking that's how they do some of these escape scenes. Like, how are they looking around the corner? And then the cameraman's right there and he's you. Or how about this one? They ring the doorbell. Person goes up to the door. Nobody's there. Now, I did think about overlaying sound with the video. So let's say I'm ringing my doorbell And I want to make believe nobody's there or a ghost did it. So I make a second video where I just walk up to it and then I go around looking. But it's overlaid on the audio of me ringing the doorbell. So I could still make the fake video, just have the doorbell stop ringing when you know what I mean? And the sound would match because you're in the same place. The acoustics are identical. I know they're doing it, but there are some people that aren't. They're not faking. I mean, unless they're the best actors on the planet, which I believe there are some people that can act all realistic, even though it's not. I think what I'm about to show you may be some of the more credible of the I just said UFO, of the ghost videos out there. So I want to show you this this one. I don't know. I want to show you one first. All right, we'll go with this guy. All right, I thought it was 15 minutes. It is. Is this the one I want? No, I don't want to do that. Hold on. See, this is what happens when you smoke a lot of weed. You just don't remember. All right, I think this is it. Let me see. Exploration gone wrong. No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I got it. Whew, 25 minutes. So this is really amazing to me. I love this. I really do. I'm going to say I believe these ghost hunters right now. I know a lot of you will say it's fake just because you want to say it's fake. Seriously, I want you to look at this. Tell me what you really think. Hold on.
You to decide. Shivers. Paranormal investigators Casey and Colton from the popular ghost hunting channel Mindseed TV traveled to Colorado to spend the night in a house that is isolated in the middle of the dark, snow-covered woods. The house's owner, Sarah, says that when she's in bed at night, she often hears the creepy sounds of children playing outside her window, even though the temperatures are below freezing and there are no neighbors anywhere nearby. Well, Sarah found out that a boy who had previously lived in the house fell through the ice in the creek right behind their home and drowned. Casey and Colton are invited to spend the night at the house to investigate. As they explore the home, they immediately find something very strange.
Hey. This looks like, this looks like dog nose, you know, that drips down. You know what I'm talking about? Like when a dog like sticks their nose constantly?
That absolutely does not look like that. That looks like fingers.
Next,
Oh, yeah,
the
it
guys
does.
decide to venture out into the snowy night to explore the
Wait, hold
creek
on. Last
behind
time
the house.
it did
And
look like
things
fingers.
just get weirder.
Hey. Real quick. No boy.
Whoa.
Do these look like adult footprints or
No.
does it look like kids?
Oh, I want to show you something. Let's do this real quick because I know what's coming up. We all agree we can see there's footprints go all the way down, right? We can see that, right? You can see them going all the way,
Whoa.
Do these look like adult footprints
all the way.
or
No.
does
Just
it look
keep
like
that in
kids,
mind.
right?
When we approached the bridge, we looked down and there was these single file, like, small footprints. Definitely smaller than ours.
Okay, wait, check this out. Hold on. I just want to do this for the viewer's sake. Hey, look, this is the size of one of my footprints. That's an adult footprint. Those are tiny, huh?
Yeah. Small child shoes something just like sprinted across the bridge.
Still see the impression of the foot. Look at them, like they ran across it.
Hey, there's no more footprints.
Huh?
There's no more footprints.
Really?
They
Didn't we just see that there were footprints? I thought they went all the way down. Unless this pier or this boardwalk goes much further out than what we're seeing from the other view.
Stop. They didn't even get all the way. They got like right here.
Because it looked like they went all the way, right?
The creek. But look at the bridge.
Yeah.
They stopped, and there's none around here.
I don't know, guys.
Wild.
That's true.
That is.
The Mindseed TV team find what appears to be a child's fingerprints on the house's window and small footprints outside in the snow. They try to make contact with the spirit that might be haunting the home, but they don't really have much luck. So they decide to just set up a static camera and head to bed for the night. But, just like the homeowner Sarah had told them, they hear something strange from outside their bedroom window.
Sorry, the volume was low. God dang it.
You hear that? Yeah. Sounds like a song. That's weird, bro. That's weird, dude. We should get the flashlight. That's weird.
The guys hear a strange sing-song voice coming from outside and decide to head out to investigate. But just as they start to put on their warmer clothing, Casey catches a glimpse of something through the downstairs window. Something downright chilling.
Hey, cut the light.
I swear I saw something move outside, and when I asked Colton to turn off the lights, I was not prepared for what we both saw.
Hey, cut the light.
Dude, I swear to God, I just saw something run past, like, outside. Something moved. What is that? Do you see that right there?
Dude,
What is that?
That's
bro,
crazy.
It's moving. It's moving. What the is that? Oh, dude. What the bro?
I can't.
It was right where the footprints were. And what I think is going on, you know how they said the footprints ended? Well, I kind of think because of the story of the kid falling through the ice, I don't think he fell through the ice. I think the kid was pushed. Maybe by his little brother or sister. But I think the ghost is trying to tell them, I came up to here, and that's it. Now, it happened in the winter, so is anybody going to jump in and save him? He could have went under the ice. I mean, we don't know. Could have happened, and nobody else was around, and he just drowned. I don't know the whole story, but it's pretty weird. Yeah, because that's what they did back in the day. They didn't have forensics like they do now. You could just push anybody in. I don't know. It's pretty crazy, though. I like this story. I got one more we're going to show right after this one. There's some more coming up.
I thought that was a shadow,
Bro, it like disappeared.
Dude, I'm feeling all types of weird right now.
I mean, you can totally
So
see
the
there
guys
was
have
something
seen
there.
fingerprints and footprints, heard childlike singing, and creepiest of all, they now see a small
Right. Fingerprints, childlike singing, child-sized footprints, and this. That's amazing evidence, and they've only been there, half a day.
shadowy figure that seems to just be watching them from the bridge across the frozen creek. Now, it should be noted the temperature was freezing that night.
Cold.
The snow was thick on the ground,
Very.
and there were even warning signs of hungry bears in the area.
Stay out.
So it seems highly unlikely that anyone would be standing all alone in the dark on that little bridge.
Say word.
But as always, let me know what you think down in the comments. You can watch this entire investigation
Yeah, Mindseed TV. We got one more. This one is good. I think it's this one. Let's see. I know some of you are not going to believe this, but I believe this guy. And this is a classic. This is not brand new. I really like it. And the guy gets so emotional thinking it's his long lost love. Mary. I don't know.
From Tennessee who prefers to keep his identity anonymous. He says that he's experienced some odd things in his house over the last 11 years. But recently the activity has become much more extreme. He sets up security cameras to capture the bizarre incidents. And he says that he believes that the spirit might be the ghost of his beloved deceased wife coming back to visit him.
Aww.
So early one morning before heading out to work, the man walks into the kitchen to discover this.
Well, as you can see, it's morning, guys. This is just a quick update because I got to get to work. But when I got up this morning to get my coffee, I walked into the kitchen and saw this. So I guess you guys are right that activity seems to be picking up because I have been, doing renovations. I replaced all this stuff, this dishwasher, this stove, the oven hood there. But this morning when I came into the kitchen, I noticed the cabinet was open. And then I noticed this chair. So I checked the Ring video, and it definitely freaked me out. So
my question to Mr. I believe everything is my wife. Like, why would she do that? Right? Why didn't she go mess with his fig and berries while he's sleeping? Jeez, what a wife. That's why I think this is the devil. And I think the devil's teaching this guy a woman. And I think this guy better watch out. Gonna wake up without your sling song. Tied in a knot or something. Go. Come John Bobbitt over there. Look at this. That's pretty cool evidence, guys. If it's real. It looked like it was on a string, right?
When he reviews his Ring cam footage, it shows a chair sliding all around the kitchen on its own. And then a pale white figure seems to appear from nowhere and violently tosses the chair to the floor.
I don't know how he's doing.
But things are about to take an even more terrifying turn because one day the man starts to hear something walking up and down his hallway. He goes to investigate, and what happens next chills him to his core.
Hey, everyone.
Really? This guy's creating the fishing line hoax? Yeah, it does. He could be. Absolutely. They're really good at faking stuff. I just believe it because he cries.
Remember I said I didn't know how I'd react if this thing started touching me? It started walking towards me. And I feel a hand on my back. And I heard someone whisper. It was faint. But when I heard it walking away from me, I finally felt like I could move, and I ran,
so far away.
whispering.
Now, the whispering he's talking about is really weird. I don't think that we get to hear it in this video. I'm not sure. But in the evidence that they selected to show us here today, he's talking about, he hears whispering. It's not one, it's not two. It sounds like dozens of people talking all around him at the same time. Now, the weird thing is, when I hear it with these little headphones on, it sounds like it's like an audio clip. I wish it was here. I don't know if it is, but it sounds like an overlay of audio or an underlay. But I could be wrong. But he says he thinks he's living where there's a portal of souls running through his house at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he's hearing all these voices. I want to get him. I want to kill him. I want to go in the bathroom. I want to turn on the light. And he's hearing all these voices. Go. I think he's schizophrenic, but we hear the voices too. So then we're schizophrenic. He's a beautiful man, even with his drunken nose.
It was a lot of people.
He heard a lot of people talk.
Seem stuck.
Why do they seem stuck? Why? Because you hear a lot of voices? It's a feeling I get. Oh. So you hear these voices, and what are they saying that makes you feel this way? I don't know. It's just the way that feels. I guess when they come in, I'm scared. I'm so cold. Okay, let's get down to the root of it. Were you bullied as a child? Yes. I was. This is all of my bullies. I killed them all. What? Nothing. Did you say what I think you just said? These are all of the bullies that bullied you when you were a child and you took them all out? I did. I took them all out. Now they haunt me. I thought it was your wife. I lied. Now he's hoaxing. Yeah, it makes sense to hoax. You got to cover up the murders.
They were all saying, help me.
Hey, guys.
You guys are assholes. You made me do this. I was coming into this with a serious mind tonight. And now I'm this? Okay, let's look at Satan, talk about what's going on.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Oh no, it's Satan Hogan. Oh no. Too soon?
My, Paul Walker is back.
Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm scared.
Let's see if I can hear. That sounds like it's down at the end of the hallway. Right back there.
Oh, watch. Yeah. This is where he hears all the voices.
That felt like somebody right standing behind me. That was somebody right behind me. It felt like their face was right there. Like they were really tall. That's not why. The man weeps uncontrollably.
Help me.
That's not my wife. Of course it isn't. It's Satan.
As he explains that he felt a hand on his back and heard multiple voices that seemed to be begging him for help.
Help us.
The man no longer believes that the presence haunting his home is the spirit of his deceased wife. He now believes that it might be multiple spirits, or perhaps even something more sinister. But what do you think is going on here? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.
I know what you guys are thinking. That ain't nice. That was a nice guy. Thought it was his poor deceased wife. Whew, he's got a hard life, that guy, huh? Something going on there. Man. Anyway, I just thought we'd get started with a little bit of love from the ghosts. Thought those were good. You guys need to suspend your disbelief and believe. Meanwhile, Slash turned 60 today. Just in case you wanted to know. All right, let's get back into the UFO topic. Shall we? Still thunder rolling in the distance. So tomorrow, Dr. Michael Master, excuse him, why? Is joining somebody in a skiff? Chris Ramsey. Oh, I see. All right, let's play this. I think you guys will enjoy this banter. No, not Tony Danza. What's his last name? Tony Banza? Tony Danza? I'm getting old.
Masters, Dr. Michael Masters, a professor of biological anthropology at Montana Tech, term that you coined the extraterrestrial hypothesis or theory. The idea that these beings that we're interacting with are essentially time travelers and their crafts are essentially time machines.
Some of them, yeah. And you can see these patterns reemerge over and over again from these cases. And what it seems to indicate is that they're not just us from the future, but they're us from a lot of different points in that future.
You know, this brings me to...
Okay. They're us from different points in the future. So let's just say it could be us from 100 years in the future, 200 years in the future, 1,000. Come on. Really? How far in the future would you want to go? I'd want to go 100 years first. I think it would be cool to see how much things remain the same, yet how different if we made it 100 more years. And the way things are looking, I don't know.
Something I wanted to talk to you about, and something that you've talked about before, about an interaction you had at a conference a few years ago.
Multiple interactions.
Yes.
Where the high strangeness began is with a UFO encounter. I was kind of called out to look at them. I say compelled, it wasn't like I was instructed or anything. And then they flew off at high speed. So I was full on wanting to quit. So not long after that UFO encounter, I had this telepathic interaction with these entities. And then that fall of 2022 is when I gave a talk at the International UFO Congress. I was taken up to a room. A stranger comes out, puts his chair right up against mine, face to face, and then tells me, we know you've been thinking about quitting lately, and we'd prefer you not do that. Problem is, I didn't tell anybody that. But yeah, that's
there was something speaking through him.
And not just something, Chris. This is the important part. It was the same entities whom I have had multiple interactions with since. They said through him, once you know who we are, you'll know how we know that. 3 women came out onto the balcony at one point and were sort of made to turn and walk back inside.
What do you mean made to turn?
None of us, at this point they came out, none of us were moving our mouths. He turned and said, "Can you close the door?" Like, that's all I remember. And all 3 of them turned at the exact same time, walked back inside, closed the door. Nobody came out the whole rest of the time that this is taking place. They eventually put me into a sort of trance where my eyes were open. Everything was black, so I couldn't see.
It went black?
Yeah, and they told me that would happen. This is what will happen. We need to put 3 things in your brain. You won't have access to the information. You'll still have your eyes open, but everything will go black from top to bottom. And then you'll start to see and feel information. That is exactly what happened. I did see the information. It did go in my brain like a freaking fire hose. And when it was over, I felt like my head was very heavy. I could barely even lift it.
My head was heavy. My sight grew dim. Got it. We get it. I know the song. We've heard this before. had an upload or download of information. They put this chip in my brain, and next thing I knew, I was feeling and just knowing all about their cultures and their heritage. And yeah, the beings that are lizard people, they have cultures and shit too, right? Yeah, they have block parties, huh? What do they call them? Sewer ridges? I mean, give me a break. I don't know if I could buy this, guys. I just don't know. And the reason is, there's never any proof of this stuff. That's why. That guy was in, that's the song. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. Oh yeah, that's Captain said, please bring me my wine. She said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. I'll wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to Orion Hotel, California. All the UFOs are here. The UFOs are here. And so are people, dear. And plenty of room at the UFO Nation. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave.
And I don't have conscious access to that information. Like, I couldn't talk about it. It was just so overwhelming.
It terrified you.
It terrified me.
It terrified me. It terrified me. It terrified me. It terrified me. It terrified me. It terrified me. Got it? It terrified me. Terrified me. Terrified me. Terrified me. Terrified me. Terrified me. Got it? Oh my. Let's listen to that upload of information.
2022 is when I gave a talk at the International UFO Congress. I was taken up to a room. A stranger comes out, puts his chair right up against mine, face to face.
He goes into his room. A stranger comes out. Out of where? Out of his room? This is what we have to do. Listen to the story. Listen to the bullshit. What did he just say? It makes no sense.
His chair right up against mine. When I gave a talk at the International UFO Congress, I was taken up to a room.
I was taken up to a room. Okay. I was taken up to a room.
A stranger comes out.
A stranger comes out. Where? The bathroom? The closet? The ceiling? He just came out.
Puts his chair right up.
This is exactly like Reservoir Dogs, where they took out the chair. This is the slicing the ear incident. You know? When what's his name started dancing? Right? Michael Matlin, what's his name? And then he slices the ear off and he talks into it. Hello, can you hear me? Right? That's what he's doing. This is Reservoir Dogs. Resurrected.
Up against mine, face to face.
So now they're face to face with this guy pulled up his chair, face to face.
And then tells me, we know
you are going to take the blue pill.
Oh, you've been thinking about quitting lately, and we'd prefer you not do that.
So he says, you know, we know you've been thinking about quitting lately. Now he says, I've never told anybody this. This was all in my brain only. They must have broken into my brain. Do you know he probably told his significant other, his best friend, that you shouldn't trust? You know, those people, the brother in, the sister in?
Problem is, I didn't tell anybody that. But yeah, that's
there was something speaking through him.
And not just something, Chris. This is the important part. It was the same entities whom I have had multiple interactions with since.
Oh. So it was just some new guy. Why didn't they bring the other entities over that you've been having a relationship with? That would make more sense. Yeah, bring in the new guy.
They said through him, once you know who we are, you'll know how we know that. 3 women came out onto the balcony at one point and were sort of made to turn and walk back.
What does that mean? 3 women walked out on the balcony, and then they all turned around and went back in at the same time, as if they were given a message simultaneously with thought. Oh, God almighty. But where, why? Where'd the women come from? Another hotel room? They just stepped out on the balcony? Yo, bitches, go inside. That's what happened.
With sense. They said through him, once you know who we are, you'll know how we know that. 3 women came out onto the balcony at one point and were sort of made to turn and walk back inside.
What do you mean made to turn?
None of us, at this point they came out, none of us were moving our mouths. He turned and said, "Can you close the door?" Like, that's all I remember. And all 3 of them turned at the exact...
That's all I remember. He said that weird.
He turned and said, "Can you close the door?" Like, that's all I remember. And turned and said, "Can you close the door?" Like, that's all I remember. And all 3 of them turned at the exact same time, walked back inside, closed the door. Nobody came out the whole rest of the time that this is taking place. They eventually put me into a sort of trance where my eyes were open.
They eventually put me into a trance. Notice how broad that is. What do you mean they eventually? They counted sheep for you mentally? What else? Huh? Count backwards? 99 bottles of beer on the wall? What'd you do? The old military breathing exercise? You tell me, Chief. What did they do? He's so broad, he doesn't even tell us. Because he can't give details on shit. That's how you know it's a lie. No details, no story. It's bullshit.
Walked back inside, closed the door. Nobody came out the whole rest of the time that this is taking place.
See, he made the story easy. Nobody else came out the rest of the night. That's it. If they did, he wouldn't have known. He was under.
They eventually put me into a sort of trance where my eyes...
They eventually put him under. What'd you do? Play gin rummy for an hour? Huh? Twister? Naked Twister? What'd you do? Eventually, they put me under. All right, it's time to put him under. What time is it? It's eventual 30. Here we go.
Were open. Everything was black, so I couldn't see.
It went black?
Yeah, and they told me that would happen. This is what will happen. We need to put 3 things in your brain. You won't have access to the information. You'll still have your eyes open, but everything will go black from top to bottom. And then you'll start to see and feel information. That is exactly what happened. I did see the information. It did go in my brain.
He didn't say he felt it. They said you will see and feel it.
Like a frickin' fire hose. And when it was over, I felt like my head was very heavy. I could barely even lift it. And I don't have conscious access to that information.
His head grew heavy and his sight grew dim. So he called up the captain. He said, please bring me my wine. You know, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. Yeah, well, those voices are still, all right, I know, you get the joke. All right, so I can't believe this story. I shan't. It's very hard to believe. Hey, if you want to help support Truthology, For Ufology, all the links are in the show description. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, and Cash App. You can even become a member. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Next, I got a sighting. We're going to change speeds here right now. We're going to go into the sky and take a look at a sphere. Didn't want to say it. This is a good sighting, though. Did I show this? No, this is from today. I don't know. It looks familiar. You know, they're all starting to look familiar. Here, let's take a look at this sphere. Go. It's from Russia. Novosibirsk. Novosibirsk. Gotta like the music. One more time. All right, I'm gonna hurt myself. One more time. Oh, wait, what's going on? These are all different spheres. Got it. It's a compilation, they call it. Look at that balloon. By the way, I'm sorry to say, but yes, balloons act like this. And you can tell by the clouds. It's a windy day. These clouds are being ripped. See how they're being ripped apart? This thing goes in like 12 different directions because it's windy. That's a good looking one right there. I believe it's probably a balloon, but it's a good looking sphere. Oh God. Beautiful. They're everywhere now, right? Just like the Tic Tacs. Everywhere but America. No Tic Tacs in America. Oh, it flashed. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, this one. That was a good one. Probably fake. There's the good one again. UFO Battler. Ah, that looks so fake. That's stupid. God, that's awful. Why would you even post that? Auto-tune. One more time. Rogue Trooper has become a member of Truthology for Ufology. It is so. Grazie, grazie. Thank you for being a supporter of GoofOn. Thank you, Rogue Trooper. That's Rogue Trooper. Throwing it down like it's 1999. Money penny. Money penny. I can't believe Hulk Hogan died. Oh, and yesterday, Ozzy died. Trump's new UFO program. So apparently, Trump's new UFO SAP transparency program is called Project Preserve Destiny. Because they explain Project Preserve Destiny isn't just about unidentified flying objects, but potentially revolutionary technologies, and perhaps most of all, not any of them are probably of, what did he say? Because they explain Project Preserve Destiny is about unidentified flying objects, but potentially revolutionary technologies, and perhaps not all of them of terrestrial origin. Ooh. Yeah, whatever. Trump. Let's just. All right. Let me show you this. I don't know where I was going. This helicopter pilot just released this video and says they're hiding a massive wall in Russia. Have you heard about this? This is from Unexplained Mysteries. I love that channel. I'm going to play this clip real quick. You guys know this channel? It's one of the best out there for what we talk about, all the mysteries in the world, unexplained. Welcome back.
In the vast, remote expanse of Yakutia, one of the most isolated and mysterious regions in the world, a strange and unsettling event began to circulate through corners of the internet. A video, reportedly filmed by a pilot named Dmitry Lyashev, captured something that appeared too enormous and too precise to be natural, a colossal wall stretching across the frozen landscape. This so-called wall was not a crumbling ruin or a collapsed range. Instead, it looked startlingly straight and towering, seemingly artificial in nature, and it extended far beyond what the eye could follow.
Does it? It looks
Dmitry
like
Lyashev, an experienced pilot known for his routine cargo flights over the Siberian wilderness, had been flying a standard route over the Yakutia region when he noticed something strange on the horizon. Cutting through the snow-covered peaks and valleys was an immense structure that looked entirely out of place.
I don't know.
Describing it later in a brief post shared to a private social page, Dmitry claimed the wall continued endlessly in both directions.
I don't know.
Unable to shake the feeling that he had witnessed something extraordinary, he did what many would do. He filmed it. The footage he captured was mesmerizing.
Wait, why isn't NASA talking about this massive wall? Hey, Woo Riders, DG. Ozzy, how you doing? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe
From
there's
the
an answer
cockpit,
at the end.
the landscape below seemed swallowed by white snow and jagged rock,
Oh, he talks about
except
this
for a
while.
massive, straight-edged formation that sliced through the terrain like a dividing line. Observers described it as a barrier, a literal wall.
All right, let's see if he finds out.
It was something visible, documented, and then quickly made inaccessible. The sheer scale of the wall was what disturbed most observers. In the footage, the structure appeared to stand like a monolithic partition across the landscape. And despite being filmed from an altitude that should offer vast visibility, there was still no indication of where the wall began or ended.
Yeah.
People online began poring over satellite images and archived terrain maps, hoping to identify the formation Dmitri had captured. Some even theorized that it had been digitally masked or altered in publicly available satellite tools. Others scoured declassified files and geological records, but found nothing that even remotely resembled the footage. For many, this lack of documentation only reinforced the belief that something was being hidden. The absence of official interest added to the tension. Why hadn't any geological agencies commented? Where were the investigative journalists? And why had the platforms removed the video with no explanation? Those watching closely began to suspect that the video had drawn attention not only from civilians, but from behind-the-scenes authorities with the power to remove, silence, and erase.
I don't understand. What's the big deal? So it's a wall. Now let's go a little forward.
Not only in the snows of Yakutia, but also in the minds of those who believe that some
to me it looks like a natural cut from ice and land.
truths are hidden, not because they are dangerous.
See here? Down here? It kind of like what happened in New Orleans with the hurricane. It broke through the levees.
But because they are powerful.
Right?
The mystery is not only about a
Come
wall.
on, that's
it is
natural.
about the silencing of discovery, the erasure of evidence,
Unless those are spillways.
and the lingering sense that there is still so much we are not being told.
I don't know how they could hide this.
In the vast expanse of the Antarctic wilderness, where ancient secrets and the snow-covered landscape stretch endlessly, there exists a realm of mystery and intrigue.
Say word.
It is within this frozen realm that our story unfolds. A story of a man who stumbled upon an extraordinary discovery, only to vanish without a trace. A man by the name of James McClellan sat in front of his computer screen, scouring Google Earth for anomalies in the Antarctic terrain. Interestingly enough, a number of anomalies have been discovered all around Antarctica throughout the years, and most of them end up on social media pages that are dedicated to studying mysterious phenomena. The man detailed that as he zoomed in on a remote region of Antarctica, he couldn't believe what he was looking at. He described that nestled amidst the snow and ice was a peculiar formation, a perfect circle standing out against the stark white backdrop. The moment his discovery of the UFO embedded in the snow in Antarctica hit social media, it ignited a firestorm of speculation.
It's a natural formation. All right. Well. That's about it for tonight, guys. I'm not 100%, so I just thought I'd try to drop in an hour tonight. So thanks for hanging out, moderators and super chatters. I appreciate you hanging, and newcomers and veterans making this an interesting chat and keeping the show going. Thank you very much. And if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. That's just the way it goes. Truthology for ufology. He does it for you. All right. That it? We can go. I guess we can go. See you guys. Be safe out there. Huh? All right. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. That's what's scary. I don't know why that happens. Yeah, it's weird. You know, you pick it, and then it doesn't show up, and then you pick it, and then it shows up. All right, hitting like a freight train. Take us out of here. Lucian. Alien bless, everybody.
Came down screaming from the sky. No one and no alibi. Lies burning hotter than the sun. Fake prophets cashing in the dream. Selling hope through a broken beam. What's the truth? Where's it gone? They hide it, bury it, lock it away. Freedom's just a word they betray. The phone hits like a freight train. Truth's so fast in the pouring rain. No escape, no room to hide. We're calling out the grifters tonight. Steel wheels grind through the dark. Echoes of a question mark.